Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn vocabulary with the help of roots. Now, you must be wondering what are roots? Because we are not talking about trees or plants so that we have roots. No. But even a language has roots. English, as a language, has its origin in Greek, ancient Greece, Greek, and Latin, which was the language of the church. So most of the words in English have their roots in Greek and Latin. Today I'm going to pick up two roots and try to demonstrate some words with those roots. Now you must be first wondering what are roots, right? So let me write down some words and that would make the explanation very clear for you. Pause. So as I said, I would write some words. I've written some words for you. And we'll look at those words to understand roots very clearly. Alright? So, is it clear, cameraman?
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at the first root, Otto. Now, when you must be wondering about a root is either a prefix. Prefix means something. The root would come before the word, or it would be a suffix. Suffix would be, the root would come after the word. Alright? So, when I look at Otto means self. Now, you have heard of this word very often, automobile. Auto means self, mobile means to move. So, something that moves on its own is called an automobile. Not that your car is there and it's moving on its own, but you don't have to provide energy to it. Right? You are not paddling it like you paddle a cycle. Alright? So automobile is something where you don't provide the energy. The energy is derived from the engine, from the fuel that it burns. Alright? So automobile. So any kind of a vehicle which has an engine which uses fuel is an automobile. Cars, trucks, tractors. Automatic. I have an automatic watch. So I don't have to wind it up every time. I don't have to turn its ear every time, turn the crown, not the ear. Ear I'm using for children, but turn the crown. This is called the crown of the watch. Right, so I don't have to turn the crown all the time to set the time. Alright, so it functions on its own once I've set the time. Alright, so automatic. It works on battery. So automatic phones, automatic calculators, alright. Autobiography. Now, this involves three Latin words. Auto, of course, is our prefix over here. But then we have another word called bio. Bio means life. And graphy means writing. Alright. So, when you write about your own life, it's called an autobiography. So for example, tomorrow you become famous and you decide to write about your own life, you might be writing an autobiography. If somebody else writes about your life, then it will become biography. No auto would be there. Then it will be simple biography. Autograph. Graph means writing, self-writing, but no. See, words also take on new meanings as the language develops. So autograph these days means a signature, specially given to a fan or an admirer, right? So you go and you see Sachin Tendulkar in the airport and you say, Sachin, autograph please. And he says, oh yes, I will oblige you with an autograph. And he signs for you, right? So autograph, a signature and maybe, something motivating written for you. Autocracy. Now, crazy is a word you must have heard in democracy. India is the largest democracy in the world, we say. Yes? So, crazy means government. So, autocracy means government by self. Now, you must be wondering, what is this government by self? Government by self means it is a dictatorship where there is no method of election. Nothing happens. Somebody comes, rules the country like a king, right? Without any popular opinion, and he's a dictator. So Colonel Gaddafi of Libya earlier was a dictator. Saddam Hussein of Iraq was a dictator. So they were all autocrats. This gentleman from North Korea, he is a dictator. He's an autocrat. Alright? So I hope this Otto is becoming clear to you. Now whenever you encounter words with Otto, just think of the root. Right? Of course, I will tell you in the subsequent videos that you do not have to completely and blindly follow the root at times. Okay? In fact, let me tell you. There is a word called Autopsy. Autopsy. Now here it's not auto, it's autopsy. So autopsy means, when a person dies in an accident or, dies, somebody commits a murder and he dies. So that person is operated upon by the doctors to find the cause of his death. That's called an autopsy, which often in common parlance is referred to as post-mortem. See, we are going to so many roots today. Post-mortem. Post means after. Mortem means death. Right? So post-mortem is not a process. Post-mortem is simply a word which means after death. So you don't conduct a post-mortem, you conduct an autopsy. You conduct an autopsy post-mortem. Post-mortem means after death. So what would be the opposite of post-mortem? Let's look at that. The opposite of post-mortem would be ante. Ante means before. Mortem is death. So before death. Ante-mortem. I will take up the root ante in my next class. Don't worry. Coming to bi. Bi means two, not one. So bicycle. Bi means two. Cycle means a whole revolution. Right? A whole moving around. So bicycle is a cycle which you ride. Alright? It has two wheels. Binary, 0 and 1. Those of you who study computers at the higher level. So the entire computer programming happens in 0 and 1. The entire machine language is written in 0 and 1. So that's a binary, 0 and 1, involving two numbers. Bigamy. Now gamy means marriage. Bi means two. So a person who marries twice at the same time is a bigamous person. Not allowed legally in India, in certain religions. Bilingual. Lingua means language. So a person who can speak two tongues or write two tongues is a bilingual person. For example, I am a bilingual person. Many of you are bilingual people, right? Bipartite. Partite comes from party. Bi means two. Now, not that you are going to do two parties. It's not that you are going to Vihan's birthday party and then to Niyati's birthday party. Nothing like that. Bipartite means that two parties, two people, two sides are involved in a discussion or in some kind of a treaty, right? So that is bipartite. So let's revise the words quickly. Automobile, automatic, autobiography, autograph, autocracy, autopsy. Bicycle, binary, bigamy, bilingual, bipartite, and antemortem, postmortem. Alright? And here autopsy does not function on the root auto. Autopsy means, a post-mortem surgical operation on a dead body. So I think, you have got an idea of roots. So we'll continue for some time with roots and videos on roots, right? So as I said, in the next class, I would take up a root, post and ante, and we will discuss it along with other roots, right? So enjoy, and whenever you come across these words, start thinking about these roots, start enjoying them. Listen to a lot of English news, listen to a lot of good English around you, read a lot of good English, right? And that's how you improve in English. Thank you very much. Bye.